proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Listen to other great tech podcasts at www.techpodcasts.com.
Yo, you are in the right place at the right time, listening to the right thing. Tech Webcast. Congratulations on choosing such an awesome thing to listen to. You are clearly very smart. You're into tech stuff. You love hearing Brad and Jason and their guests chat, and you're probably really good looking too. Well done. So let's get into it. The weekly tech extravaganza that is Tech Webcast. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Welcome to episode 211 of the Tech Webcast podcast, recorded on Saturday the 20th of October 2012. Tech Webcast is recorded every Saturday and rebroadcast on Aussie Tech Heads on Thursday night at 7. In today's news, no US extradition for British hacker, Red won't ban distasteful content, and Facebook shares likes with advertisers. Today's hosts are Brad, Jody, Jason, and Steve. Good afternoon, Brad.
Hey, Jason, how are you, mate?
Hey, not too bad. How's yourself?
I'm going pretty damn fantastic.
Hot and sweaty.
Is it? Honestly, is it?
Oh, man, it's baking here.
Is it? What degrees is it right now?
I looked it up before. It was like 93 Fahrenheit.
Wow. What's that in degrees?
I don't really know. I was checking for the other guys. Let's have a look.
All right. But anyway, what Steve on? Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back, mate. You went to a gaming convention thing. What do we call it? I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, RealmsCon 2012, which is anime, gaming, video games, steampunk, all kinds of stuff.
Nice. Can't wait to hear about that. That sounds pretty damn fun. Also, we've got Jody on. Hey, Jody.
Hey, hi, Brad. How are you?
Giving away Apple TV today. Is that correct?
Yes, we are.
And also we're giving one away to Australian listeners as well. So tune.
Yep, we'll be doing that later in the show. Yep. 35 degrees.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's not bad.
It is when you're upstairs in a room in a house, double-story house where all the heat goes upstairs.
Yeah. 35 degrees, really.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. And also you got Greg on. Hey, Greg, you've been listening to Tech Webcast for a while now, is that correct?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about the show so far? You're a listener. Tell us what you think of it.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's a good, clean website, and the quality of the sound's all right. Yeah.
And what about the episode? What's your episode highlight been so far?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Listening to people chatting about the stuff. I don't get into much about the iPhone. It's
you've got an Android phone. Is that correct?
Huh?
You have an Android phone.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So do you have an episode highlight so far, or?
Yeah. What? No, I haven't. No.
We've had a guest on here. I thought you might have someone you might want to mention.
Although, no, I haven't had any favourites. So.
All right. Okay. Welcome to the show. Good to have you on. And also we got Pam on as well. Pam, welcome.
Hi. How are you? How is everyone?
You're also new as well, aren't you?
Yes, new to Skype.
No, you're new to this podcast.
Oh, no, actually, yes. Well, my daughter Paige has been on before, but yes, I am new.
No, I don't think she's actually been on Tech Webcast before. She's been Tech Plus, the other podcast that I do. So you're new as well, and he as well. And also we have Sophie on as well.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be here. This is my first time on the show, but I'm excited to be here.
I love the accent.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. All right. Let's get into the news, Jason, and we'll have a chat after the news.
The British Home Secretary Theresa May yesterday defied American authorities by halting the extradition of British computer hacker Gary McKinnon, a decision criticised by the US Department but welcomed with delight by campaigners and politicians across parties in the UK. In a dramatic House of Commons comment statement, May told MPs she had taken the quasi-judicial decision on human rights grounds because of medical reports warning that McKinnon, 46, who has Asperger's syndrome and suffers from depressive illness, could kill himself if sent to trial in the US. The irony that May's most popular decision as Home Secretary was taken because of the Human Rights Act, which she has placed as was not lost on her critics. but in the promised overhaul of the extradition laws that accompany the decision may indicate that future Home Secretaries would be stripped of the very power used to save the computer hacker. In the wake of the highly publicised outing of a Reddit troll, the site CEO said it won't ban distasteful but legal content posted by users. We stand for free speech. We're not going to ban distasteful Reddit. Subreddit CEO Yishan Wong said in a private post to moderators and administrators, according to a BBC report. Reddit stands on free speech and its darker subreddits filled with violent, misogynistic and racist content were thrust into the more mainstream public eye on Friday after Gawk published a piece exposing the identity of Michael Bruch, a well-known Reddit user who operated with the handle Violent Acres. Bruch ran a number of offensive subreddits and to a subreddit, including one called Jailbait, where users posted photos of underage girls, and another called Creepshots, where users posted surreptitiously snapped photos of attractive women. And Facebook is letting priority marketers use a new online tool that shows them which other pages their own fans like. For example, companies could use the tool to find out which TV shows their fans watch, which friends they like, and which bands they listen to. The tool was discovered by Adweek, which wrote about earlier this week. Adweek said only priority clients are getting access to the tool for now, which Facebook confirmed to the Times. To keep marketers build better campaigns, Facebook offers aggregated insights to manage clients that help them understand the trends about their fan base, as a spokeswoman of the company told the Times in a statement. These tools do not provide marketers with any data about their competitors' fan bases. That's the news for today.
Good news, Jason. As always, mate. Great stuff. You have any views on them stories, Steve?
The audio is a little chopping up, so I kind of missed some stuff.
Oh, no.
Fortunately.
Okay. So you couldn't understand what he was saying?
Yeah, I could.
Well, I heard a couple interesting things.
Go ahead, Pam.
Well, one thing about Facebook, now that Facebook has gone public, it sounds like, and their stock is really plummeting, they're obviously starting to sell our information for money.
Okay.
That's the thing that way, isn't it? They're doing anything to get the company to come up in the market again.
Absolutely, I agree. That's what I heard. That's basically, you're right.
Yeah.
And they're competing with now with Google, and plus I heard MySpace is starting to make a comeback. So they're starting to have a lot of competition.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see what MySpace is going to do for maybe a relaunch or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, I read that they new CEOs in place, but yeah, Facebook is just they're just grabbing at anything to be able to up their market shares.
Stuff. Greg, you have any answers? Do you have any views on them stories?
No, I like listening to them. Yeah, like I was just saying about Facebook. I don't get on there much, but yeah, they do try to sell the stuff that you're given and give them and all that. And the way they're going, I think Facebook's going to go down. I think we're taking too many from them.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And what about you, Stephanie? You have any views on the story?
Yeah, that's interesting. And I guess I wasn't aware of that too much, but Pam, I thought that was interesting about what you said and about Facebook selling information. And, you know, I don't think that's right.
All right. That's all right.
Well, you know what? I think they're going to probably go to a pay site. You know, if they don't make their money back, I bet you they're going to start paying. And think about all your contacts that you have on Facebook. Yeah, sure.
Really?
How about you, Jody?
Well, they already have, though. They went to promoted posts. If you want to get to the top of the stream, you have to pay.
Oh, is that what that's all about? Is that a click, Jody? I've seen it, but I haven't done anything with it.
It's called promoted posts. So there's an algorithm in Facebook where if you make a post and a lot of people make comments or click on it, it rises to the top of the stream. But in order to be sure that your post rises to the top of the stream, you can pay for it to do that. It's called promoted posts.
Yeah, but does it say how long does it stay at the top of the stream? Just one time?
Honestly, I don't know, because frankly, I see it as being a freemium type application, and I think that now that they're starting to ask people to pay for this or pay for that, it kind of dilutes my feelings of using it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it becomes less compelling. If it's free, fine, but once they start charging for different services, it's just not as intriguing.
Right.
All right.
So, how much are they charging to do that? Do you know?
Like $7, isn't it?
I'm not sure. What was it?
I think it was $7. They were saying promote this, and it says $7. But when I saw it, didn't know what it was, and I just didn't click through.
Like $7 a month, or $7 forever?
I'm not sure. I know it's similar to on the right hand side they have the banners as far as like this, like that, and that's how much a click. Every time someone clicks it, but I'm not really sure about the promote. It's fairly new, isn't it, Jody? How long has it been out?
Yes, just maybe like a week or two.
Yeah, it hasn't been out that long, Stephanie. We don't know. I don't know a lot about it.
All right. So, Greg, what do you do, mate? You're a first-time podcaster?
My first-time podcast. I did come on to one time, very end.
Okay.
I'm retired. I was a fruit picker.
Right.
Picking oranges and peaches and whatever with the wife. We used to travel around Australia on a picking mangoes and mandarins and whatever. And we've just decided to prop and retire. Retired early, and now I do a bit of community gardening at the back of the Salvation Church in Shepparton, and it's quite good. I'm going to post the photos. I took some earlier. I'll post them when I get a bit of time.
Sweet. And what sort of technology do you get into?
Just not very much technology at all. Just the G and Facebook, really. I've got everything. I've got all the apps and all that, but I don't use much of them because you got to learn every one of them.
Exactly. And you're getting along the way pretty quick. You're knowing a lot about technology now.
Yeah, getting along all right with it. It's the learning curve is fairly hard. Like every program's different.
Yeah, exactly. And what about you, Pam? You're fairly new to this sort of thing. What have you learned along the way?
Yeah, it's very interesting because the way I see it, it's depending the age group that you're in. Like Jason and Brad, like my children, they were raised on computers. When computers went mainstream, I was like 30 years old. Mm. So there tends to be somewhat, like Greg is saying, a little bit of a learning curve on learning the applications and learning the different things. And I think I'm learning a lot. I'm a lot on Google Plus. I have a show called Pageant Live on Google Plus every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm learning a lot from Google, and I'm learning a lot from the different applications and the downloads. I do have an iPhone now. I know how to use iMovie, and so I'm really, really learning a lot. In fact, to stay marketable, you really have to stay abreast of all the technology because it's moved so fast. I mean, would you not say you techies? It just, you have to constantly be moving.
Yeah, Jason, what do you think? Jason?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I couldn't hear. It's cutting in and out for me as well.
What's your view on that?
No, I missed most of that. Sorry.
Damn it! What's going on? Skype? Anyway, Stephanie, what's your view on that? What do you think of that? You getting technology much?
I do a lot on Facebook, and I just recently started using Google Plus. And actually, I'm learning a lot from Pam. She's been very helpful and kind of pushes me to keep going, learning more.
Yeah.
We just had to get a new. We just got MacBook Pros for work.
Sweet.
So I'm learning that. We also have a smart board. I'm a teacher, and they installed a smart board in our classroom, so I'm learning to use that. I really wish I was more tech savvy, but I think it's just a matter of I learn it when I need to know it.
Yeah.
But I really wish that I knew a lot more than I do.
All right. What about you, Jay? What's your view? Your questions for Pam or?
Hey, Jody. I mean, Stephanie, look, those kindergartners get up there. They'll teach you how to do it.
That's right.
Those kids. I mean, those kids are. I mean, it's just amazing how smart they are. It's so young now.
Yeah. Can I tell you guys really fast?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have kindergartners. They just started using the computer lab, and they already know how to find programs, how to go on the internet, how to do this, that. They help each other. It's amazing. Seriously, it's only been a couple of weeks, but I'm just amazed at how they've learned it and they know it so quickly.
Jody, you there, Jody?
I am.
What's your view on that? You got any questions for them? For Stephanie and Pam?
Well, Pam, I'm curious. You mentioned that you are getting more and more involved with social media, including Google+. What do you see as being your most important social platform?
Well, since I deal in pageantry, my main audience is on Facebook. And what I have to do is I have to convince them to come over from Facebook to Google+. I do this two ways. Now, let me go back. I've discussed with Googlers before, the Google team, and let them know that, hey, guys, it's a great application. The price is great because it's free. But it's not that easy to get onto. Anyway, so I'm getting them over onto Google+, but their comfort level is on Facebook. So I tend to stay on Facebook because my predominant audience is on Facebook. But I do have to tell you, the Google+, the way I see Google+, they're very snobbish. A lot of them are it's a very tech-savvy group there on Google+. Very highly educated, high top in their field, even the artists, and they just don't like the mainstream trying to come over there. But I would say it's Facebook right now. And I know Pinterest, but Pinterest is, I think they say, 78% of women are on Pinterest, but Pinterest is just, I'm so tired. I almost want to fall asleep on Pinterest.
So
I'm not
to engage with people, though.
I need more action. Uh-huh.
I saw there was a rumor this week that Apple is buying color, which would interest Brad, because I know he was using color for a while, weren't you, Brad?
That's true. Now, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say this or not, but Jason, but I don't think it's true, personally. But what do you think? Do you think it's true, or?
Yeah, I think it could be true. Apple, I think, is desperate to do something social, and they've failed on all accounts so far. Their ping died, and nobody ever used it. I looked at it once and then never went back again. Even Google+, I don't go back anymore either. But if color can bring something extra for Apple, for people taking photos, then I think it's something that they might really get into. What do you think, Steve?
Well, actually...
Excuse me, who said that? Apple stock is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
So let's see, what's your view on that, mate?
Actually, it's funny that you guys mentioned color, because I've been actually keeping up on that since yesterday. And, of course, you had the guest on here, in August. And
Nick Woods.
Yeah, Nick Woods. And supposedly I heard somewhere in a couple blogs that supposedly Apple was supposed to, is going to buy Color or Color Labs. I think what another one that I read, it's not so much that Apple's going to buy them, but they're going to hire most of the development team for a certain project that Apple's doing, not necessarily buying the company. And from what I hear, that Color, the app itself, is kind of going to go defunct eventually.
Yeah, well, I also had Bill, he's been away from the company for 3 months now, so I don't know what's happening to him, but...
Yeah, but could they just be diversifying their portfolio? You know what I'm saying? In other words, you can't, when a company like Apple, you have to have more than one product going in case one product doesn't do as well. Apple, why they did start diving is because the manufacturing, they couldn't produce the iPhone and stuff. And so they had kind of like you have all your eggs in one basket. It sounds like they're diversifying to me.
They look like the engineers of other companies. Like they bought Lala to do iTunes Match, so they usually often end up integrating it in with their operating system. Maybe they're going to have a better camera app or something like that that will share in more places and things.
Yeah. Also, along them lines, they also bought Tom too, that app,
Yeah, Chomp as well, to a better search in the App Store. So they ended up getting the engineers and putting something better. I mean, the Apple camera app is, well, it does everything. It does a lot of things you need it to, but it's very, very, very basic. So, but what it does well. So maybe they want to add some more features. They should have just put Camera Plus. It would have been a better one.
I am in work to get Nick. I am in work to get someone from Calais on the show to clear up this mess. See if it's true or not. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Trying to get someone from Calais to come on and clear that up. Greg, what's your view on that? You didn't use that up, so you wouldn't know what we're talking about.
No, it's well above me. But yeah, like you say, you do get to know your program, and like saying about Facebook, and if you start on Facebook, I think you'd stay on Facebook. It's the same as G. I'm staying on G because I started on it, and you don't have to learn new programs.
I agree. You use the app on your phone, mate?
Yeah, occasionally I do. Not very often, but yeah, I use it when I'm laying down.
All right, good stuff. I use the app as well. It's great.
I don't find it as good as a computer, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point. Now, Jason, we have an Apple TV to give away, mate.
Yeah, we got an Apple TV in Australia to give away. So we had a lot of people do the retweeting. So what I've got is the website random.org, where I've typed in the minimum number 1, maximum number 13 people. I'm just going to hit the generate button now to get a result and find out the person who's the winner, number 11, is not Gareth.
North Gareth, all right. Good
not Gareth is his username, not Gareth. I believe he's in Western Australia.
And who's not Gareth? Let me check who that is.
He's from...
congratulations.
He's one of the listeners to Tech Talk Radio as well. He's been on there a lot, on the chat.
Yay for you!
Yay! Congratulations!
Good on you.
Congratulations.
I don't have to learn how to use another TV.
And Jody's turned to do her one.
Jody?
Yeah, so here's how I did it. What I thought the fairest thing to do, I took all the people who retweeted the message that we had from last week, and for each time that they retweeted, I put their name into the same random.org generator. And so different people had different numbers of times that they retweeted, and I figured it's only fair to have everybody in there.
Yep.
Hit the randomize or the generate, and at the top of the list, number 1. You ready? Drum roll, please.
Yes, go ahead.
You're laughing, I tell you. Podcast Overlord.
Oh, Jacob won.
He did. And it was fair. Great. We had some people who had retweeted that are, I think, kind of new to Webcast, and I'd like to give a shout out to some of them and thank them. Greg Zeus, thank you. Michael Riggs, thank you. Gerardo, thank you. Sam Naughton, Ray Sauter, thank you. Valerie Leguscus. We had quite a few people that were new names that had also retweeted, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of the listeners who participated.
Thank you, and yeah, thanks to the people in the show who've been listening as well. More giveaways till the end of the year.
Yeah, and again, I think what I try to do is if somebody retweeted it multiple times, I put them in that many times. So
exactly. So if you you send us hate mail, won't read it.
Oh, wow.
Hate mail can be sent to bgates@microsoft.com.
Yep, that's it. So who won the Australian one again, Jason? That was
not Gareth.
Not Gareth. All right, he won. So email Jason at warlock@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Is that all right or not?
Yeah.
All right, and he'll send that out to you. What else, Jason, is coming up on the show? New iPad next week?
New iPad minis. Woohoo!
Can't wait to hear that.
Hey, I got some iPhone stuff this week. I got my 30-pin to 9-pin adapter. Works really nicely for my clock radio dock.
Sweet. And
I've got a windshield mount to put my phone in there and the TomTom app so that I can use it for GPS to drive the car around, which is great because it gets rid of my old Garmin Nuvi, which was getting a bit old hat.
Yep.
And also that helps really well because a new law just coming into New South Wales at the start of next month where you're not allowed to touch a mobile phone while the car engine is running, unless it's mounted somewhere. So hopefully my windshield mount covers that. Not that I talk on the phone while I'm driving much, but if a call comes in, I can put on speaker and still talk there. So that works really well. I've got a little pouch that you can strap onto your arm when you're going for a bike ride or a run to put your phone in there so it can measure your GPS while you're going for a jog.
Cool.
So that was quite cool. And I've got an extra lightning to USB cable for the car so I can keep it charged while I'm driving along.
Sweet. What sort of case are you using for your phone, Jason?
I also bought a silicon case that I got on eBay. It was about $12, just a cheapy one, but it works really well and it keeps it protected. Apparently, from what Leo Laporte was saying, the iPhone 5 gets a lot of scratches and dents around the front bezel.
Yep.
So it's good to get that protected as soon as possible. But it's nothing, so you might as well do that.
Well, I bought a couple of clear cases the other day off a website for like $2.
Yeah, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very nice. They're very nicely designed and everything, even for a cheap one.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what about you, Pam? You have an iPhone 5. What do you like about it so far, and what sort of case do you use on your phone?
I use a pink one, like yours.
I don't have pink. That's so failed, Pam.
I have to tell you, I like a lot of it. I like how fast it is. That's one thing I like. But I don't like the keyboard. Really? People think I'm drunk when I'm typing them, trying to send a text. All these wrong letters and stuff. I keep saying, oh, new phone. People are like, huh? What did you say? But anyway, so I'm getting used to it. I do like the speed. I really, really do like speed. I like how it condenses everything. It condenses my Twitter, my Gmail, my Facebook, my Google+. I like the being able to hang out, the FaceTime capability. So I'm still learning a lot. But I would say that there's two things. I don't like the screen size. I'm a little jealous of my husband's Samsung.
Oh my, that's too big.
It's huge. I know, but still, and then, also the size of the screen. So, hey, listen, before we go, I wanted to tell everyone about the Twin Cities model search.
Yeah, Josh about that. Yeah,
Yeah. Stephanie is a national title holder, and we did a broadcast it was about 2 hours, and it was it was a model search, Twin Cities model search. Stephanie, tell a little bit about that. We actually use Google Plus Hangouts. Brad helped us, and Jacob.
Yes, so thank you, Brad. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Pam.
No problem.
I put the MacBook Pro on the table. We did a Google Hangout, and we broadcast the event live, and that was pretty cool. It's the first time I've done anything like that. I was a little nervous about it, but it worked out, and it turned out great. So thanks, you guys, for your help.
Well, good. Happy to help out at any time. So, Pam, tell us about your show before we go.
Yes. My daughter, Paige Clark, is the host of Pageant Live. We can be found at www.pageantlive.com. We're every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you will, go ahead. You can tweet to us at Pageant Live. You can also friend us on Facebook, P.S. Prevette Pageant Live, or Paige Clark Pageant Live, and we're also on Google+. Right. Please, everyone, check us out. If you'd like to be on the show, just send an email to show@pageantlive.com. Thank you for having us, Brad.
No problem. Pam, Stephanie, what do you do with yourself besides doing pageant stuff?
Well, I teach kindergarten, and I'm international super Ms. for America's Super Pageant, so that takes up quite a bit of time. And I'm busy promoting seatbelt safety. And, of course, one of the things is making sure that drivers are not distracted, say texting on their phone or talking on their phone while driving. So I just want to remind drivers to be safe with that. I think that was interesting when you guys were mentioning about the new laws coming into effect next month. I think you mentioned about not being able to hold a phone while you're driving. So it's interesting to hear the different places and the different laws that they have in place for that.
Good stuff, Stephanie. And now, Jody, what about you? What do you want to say before you go?
A couple things. One is when Jason was mentioning about his new phone. I don't know if you guys know about this company called Quad Lock. They're actually based in Australia. They were featured on Kickstarter. And I bought the Quad Lock case because it can go on the handlebars on the motorcycle. But it also has a connector where you can stick it on your dashboard. And it holds the phone quite well. So you might want to take a look at it. They just came out with what they call a shroud, which is kind of a cover that goes over the front of it to keep it from getting wet. Oh, so, yeah, I just thought I would mention it.
Now, now what about your dog? Apparently your dog won some award, something at some dog show.
Yes, Ruger won. He won first place and winner today.
Yay!
At the dog show.
That's exciting.
It is exciting, and he's going to be showing again tomorrow and again on Sunday, where he's about halfway through his championship. So, yay, Ruger!
That's the show.
What kind of a dog?
Does your dog ride the motorcycle? Jason wants to know.
No, he doesn't.
By himself.
He's not. He probably would tip it over. He's pretty big, but
tell us again what type of dog is he? What kind?
He's a Belgian Malinois, which is like he looks kind of like a German Shepherd, but they're a little bit I guess you'd say more agile, leaner, not as heavy bone. They're used a lot for police work. They do a lot of drug sniffing or protection work. You'd recognize one if you saw it. They look a lot like a German Shepherd.
Good stuff.
So it's your bodyguard. It's her bodyguard. That's what it is.
Yes, he is.
Greg, you got a Samsung Galaxy S3 phone, is that correct?
Just yes.
Now, what's it app to use on your phone, mate? Let's chat about this for a minute before we go.
The which?
The apps you use on your phone? What apps?
I'll just bring them up.
Steve?
Well,
Greg?
What I use is I use the weather a lot, the clock.
Nice.
Gmail I do use occasionally.
Okay.
I do have the FM radio hanging sometimes.
Nice.
I use the camera today in the gallery. The calendar is always used, and the calculator sometimes comes in handy. But most of the time I do me searches with Google, and I like the Google microphone next to the search, because when I'm typing out an email or something, and I want to know how to spell a word, I just say it into the computer and into the phone, and it comes up. So I don't have to even go through the spell checker on the email.
That's a nice feature.
Yeah, I like it. It's so easy. You just say the name, pops up, and you just can pick out which word that you want that you wanted.
All right, good stuff, Greg.
There's only the phone apps that are there, and I've got the G.
All right.
Taste, Scanner Buddy. Tracks I use a lot.
Yep.
And that's about really all, except for the Telstra.
All right, Steve. Before we go, Steve, you got any questions for Greg before we go, mate? Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
No questions, Jason. Any questions? Where can I get you on Twitter, Jason? Before we go.
You can get me on Twitter at Warlock, WAULOK, and bluebilly.com and jasonoakley.com, which I just got this week.
Rad. And me, Brad Olsen, Tech Webcast. Steve, where can I get you, mate?
Here on justin.tv/LinuxCoolDude.
All right, and you went to a gaming convent. So we chat about that already, or did I have
yeah, I think didn't we cover that? Yeah, we covered that a little bit earlier. Yeah, we're good.
Right. Okay. What's your Twitter username, mate?
Chatterbox_live.
That's correct. Jody?
You can find me on Twitter as Sunswept, SUNSWEPT.
Okay.
And you can find me pretty much everywhere else, either at webmarcom.net as webmarcom, or you can find me as Jody Rains.
Okay, and when's your show's coming back, Jody? You still doing podcasting?
Absolutely. A2SM is going to be resurrected in the very near future. That's A2SM stands for Addicted to Social Media.
Cool.
And it's a weekly podcast. We have probably about 150 episodes that were already done previously, and we have a new logo, new look, new feel, and I'd say probably in the next couple of weeks you'll start seeing it kick in again.
Sweet. Can't wait for that. What do you want to say to the podcast overlord, Jody?
Congratulations, podcast overlord.
That's right.
Good on you. Stephanie, where can they get you on Twitter and Facebook?
Come find me on Facebook, Stephanie McGreen. I am not on Twitter, even though I should be. And also, please come check out our website at www.americassuperpageant.com.
All right. How come you're not on Twitter, Stephanie?
You know,
The pageant system
don't know.
is.
How come you're not on Twitter, Stephanie?
That's a good question. You know, okay, truthfully, I think several years ago I did try it, and I never got into it. I thought, and then I went to Facebook, and I'm like, this is so much easier. You can see what everybody's doing. You can just look at pictures. I just felt like it was just so much more info.
All right.
Just more user-friendly for me.
Fair deal. All right, fair deal. Okay, Pam, where can I get you on Twitter, and what do you want to say to Craig Ship before we go?
Yeah, that's to Craig's ship. And hey, Jason, I want to know: do you look up cuss words on your using your dictionary or your speaker dictionary? I bet you do. I bet you do, Craig.
What's that? What?
You're gonna say cuss words.
No.
Staring.
And see if it looks it up. I'm at Pageant Live, and you can find us at www.pageantlive.com.
What do you want to say?
Thank you.
What do you want to say to Craig Ship, Pam?
Craig, sometimes it's better just not to say anything at all. Real men shut their mouths.
Hi, Glenn from Aussie Tech Heads. Join Will, Eric, and myself as we bring you the latest, most up-to-date, important tech news that affects you from Australia and the world. Weekly podcast available each Friday through iTunes. Watch the live stream recording of the show at live.thesecrethub.com each Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. or GMT plus 10. Call in live via Skype or chat in our lounge. However you get us, just make sure you do. Listen or visit our website for more information. www.aussietechheads.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's longest-running tech news podcast.
Well, that's it for Tech Webcast this week. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed having your mind expanded. Tune in next week for more Tech Talk with Brad, Jason, and whatever crazy guests they've managed to rope in. Don't forget to get the Tech Webcast app from iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at Tech Webcast, and of course check us out on Facebook too. Until next time, may the tech be with you. Peace!